No sticky, no washy.
It's been over 40 years, but the Toxic Avenger is finally getting its modern makeover. Okay, well technically it got one in 2023, and technically this one's not out till later this year, but while we wait, let's dig into some weird, wild, and probably sticky facts about the 1984 original. I'm Colton from Nostalgia Mode, and here are 6 things you never knew about the Toxic Avenger. If you've never seen 1984's The Toxic Avenger, imagine if Spider-Man was made by that one guy in your friend group whose only real joke is saying something wildly offensive. You know who you are. Matt. It follows Melvin, a painfully awkward janitor at the world's most ridiculous New Jersey health club who gets bullied into kissing a goat dressed as a woman. First bonus fact of the video, that goat was actually infested with lice. Mark Torgel wasn't really told about that until after filming wrapped though. Humiliated, Melvin runs away, falls out a window, and lands head first into a barrel of toxic waste. Instead of dying, he mutates into a super strong, hideously deformed monster hero and goes on a gory vigilante spree to clean up Tromaville. And I mean literally clean up. There's a mop involved.
My little Melvin. He must have finally reached puberty.
This movie is the brainchild of Troma Entertainment, head honchos of the genre of B-movies that are intentionally fucked up. Founded by Lloyd Kaufman and Michael Herz, Troma specialized in cheap, outrageous, and proudly tasteless films that mix splatter horror, slapstick comedy, and satire. Basically, they made the movies Hollywood wouldn't touch, or admit to watching. The Toxic Avenger honestly fucks because it's packed with over-the-top violence, gross-out gags, and a scene designed like your average Fox News segment, i.e. it's going to make your grandma afraid to go outside. But the scene that got the most complaints? Not the exploding heads, not the masturbation to dead children, no, it was the shooting of a blind woman's guide dog. Everything else was apparently fine, but harm the good boy? Absolutely not. And don't you worry, we never show good boy violence on this channel. Ever. Speaking of insane violence, the Toxic Avenger isn't just crass and cruel, it's intentional. The filmmakers built this thing from the ground up to try and push the boundaries of comedy, violence, sex, nudity, all that shit. It's trying to make sure that you cannot see this on your TV in the 80s. Right out the gate, the first kill sets the tone. 10 minutes in, Bozo, Slug, and their psychotic gang of goons gleefully run over a child with their car. Twice. And his head gets completely flattened. It's one of those moments where you go, oh shit, we're really doing this. The effect is shocking, but it's actually way simpler than you would think. Here's the secret. The head was just a hollowed out melon injected with corn syrup and red food dye, topped with a wig and attached to a dummy. That's it. It's the kind of low budget magic that only Troma productions could pull off. Part insulting, part genius. And yeah, even knowing it's just fruit, it's still deeply disturbing. And bonus thing you never knew, somehow, despite being the unrated exploitation film, this movie spawned a Saturday morning cartoon in 1991 called The Toxic Crusaders. It even had a full toy line for kids. Only in the 90s could a head-smashing mutant vigilante who lives in garbage become a smiling plastic action figure. In the 5-ish decades that Troma has been around, the company has become a weird breeding ground for future Hollywood royalty. Guardians of the Galaxy and Superman director James Gunn got his start there. Kevin Costner, Eli Roth, and a bunch of others worked on Troma productions as well, and even Samuel L. Jackson has Troma-adjacent connections. But the Toxic Avenger itself, it has the honor of having an actual future Oscar winner among its casts. Kind of. An 18-year-old Marissa Tomei appears as an extra walking in on Toxie doling out some much-deserved comeuppance. Yup, before My Cousin Vinny or Spider-Man Homecoming, she was just bathroom extra number 2 in a New Jersey exploitation flick. Bonus MCU version of things you never knew, Vincent D'Onofrio was originally cast as Bozo, the movie's main psychotic bully. But before filming even started, he asked for a small raise, and instead of negotiating, Troma just said nah and fired him on the spot. He was then replaced by Gary Schneider, who ended up making the role his own in that completely unhinged, gleefully murderous way only a true Troma actor can. Don't feel bad though. Old Vinny D'Onofrio did get his chance to get in on the over-the-top action and violence by crushing skulls as Wilson Fisk. Toxie wasn't the only one in this film working with some chemistry. That's a really bad joke. That's supposed to be a toxic waste joke. All right, moving on. Robert Pritchard, who played Slug, one of the primary gang members terrorizing Melvin and all the other grandmas of Tromaville, actually fell for Jennifer Baptist, who played his character's seriously murderous and crazy horny girlfriend. Yeah, nothing says true love like playing a homicidal couple on screen. They hit it off on set, got married, and stayed together for 17 years before divorcing in 2003. So, in a way, the Toxic Avenger didn't just mutate janitors into superheroes, it also managed to mutate a little on-set romance into a nearly 2-decade real-life relationship. Good for them.
I want to do it again. I want to do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again. Yeah, let's go for it again.
No, I can't. I gotta go home.
What?
Well, I gotta get up early in the morning. Gotta go to church.
Oh.
In a movie packed with insane set pieces, one of the wildest happens in the Mexican place, which hilariously is literally called the Mexican place. Yeah, the production didn't change a thing because honestly, why would you? One fun behind the scenes detail I completely missed the first few times I watched this movie is that Larry Sultan, who plays Frank, one of the attacking gang members, is an actual amputee and only has one arm in real life. His right arm in the scene is a prosthetic and he doesn't move it at all until Toxie rips it off. I honestly didn't even notice it while watching, it just blends right in amidst all the chaos. This scene isn't just entertaining to watch, dead dogs and scene aside, it's also a strong showcase of low-budget problem solving. It shows how it doesn't really matter what your budget is, a clever team can manipulate the audience's eye no matter what the subject matter is. Between mutant mayhem, flying chairs, and sneaky prosthetic work, it's chaos, comedy, and ingenuity all rolled into one perfect Troma moment. One last thing you never knew for the road, during production, the filmmakers hadn't actually decided on a name for Melvin's monstrous alter ego. That's right, Toxie isn't called the Toxic Avenger by a single character in the movie, except for the narrator. Everyone else just reacts to him like he's a giant, hideous, crime-fighting badass wandering around Tromaville. The fact that they hadn't picked a name yet becomes pretty obvious once you know about it, because for example, the kids are rocking t-shirts that say, "I love the monster hero." Not Toxie, not the Toxic Avenger, just monster hero. And honestly, for me, that little bit of improvisation adds to the charm. It's a perfect reminder that Troma movies were never about polish or consistency. They were about pushing boundaries, creativity, and low-budget ingenuity. You've got a monster whose name isn't even decided, crowds cheering him on in generic t-shirts, and kids with melons for head getting run over, and yet somehow it all works beautifully. Only in Tromaville, folks. Only in Tromaville. That's everything I've got on the Toxic Avenger, but if I missed anything, please let me know in the comments down below, and while you're there, leave a like on the video. It really helps let YouTube know it needs to show my videos to more wonderful people like you. And don't forget to subscribe to Nostalgia Mode for more entertainment-related videos. Until next time, bye.